What's good? What's good? It's your boy Lil, and I'm here to talk about a little NBA. Yes, sir, NBA. There's always news in the NBA, and it seems like with the NBA off season, it's really never an off season. There's always news and updates throughout the whole year with the NBA, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm being straight honest with you. Even when the season was over and Golden State won it all, we heard about Kawhi winning out, or even though we heard it through the season, we finally got the trade, and it was just DeMarcus Cousins going to the Warriors, and it was just now it's Jimmy Butler, and it's just like wow, the NBA always seems to make headlines throughout the year, and that's exactly why I believe the NBA is one of the most exciting sports in all of sports. You get what I'm saying? Because there's always headlines. There's always something going on in the NBA. And it's very interesting. So what I want to talk about today is, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of live streams now. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Real Lil, definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to get the latest updates on sports. I cover all sports. Well, mostly all sports. Definitely cover boxing, NFL, NBA, college football, tennis from here on out, from time to time. But yeah, I cover everything. And definitely, I'm on the show, Mike and Lil, Keeping It Real is my radio show. Tuesdays from 8 to 10 p.m., Friday from 6 to 8. So you definitely want to get on that on 90.5. And I definitely do live streams on here. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, most definitely. Now, definitely going to talk some basketball, starting with LeBron and the Lakers. So obviously, we already know the more of the situation here. LeBron is in LA, right? Pretty sure y'all know about that already. I mean, if you haven't, then you're obviously not keeping up with your basketball because LeBron is always a talk in the NBA. You always find news about LeBron James, whether or not it's basketball related or it's just his personal life. You always hear about LeBron James. Now, a lot of people that I talk to thinks that this LA team, could possibly make to the Western Conference Finals. And in my opinion, obviously, because it's my opinion, I'm not on the court and I can't predict the future. But in my opinion, I just can't see it. I mean, I know LeBron James, has been to what is it now? 8 consecutive finals, which is very historic. I'm not going to take that away from LeBron James. That's very, very historic right there. I mean, not a lot of guys say they can do that. I know LeBron, at the end of the day, he was in the Eastern Conference, okay? And now he's out west. And there's a lot of good, capable teams out west. And I just don't see it. I don't see how this Lakers team can make the Western Conference Final, if I'm being real. Because the Rockets are still a pretty good damn team. I mean, yes, they lost Trevor Ariza, and a lot of people making it seem like, it's the end of the world for them. But Trevor Ariza was struggling offensively in the Western Conference Finals against Golden State. I mean, yes, he played good defense, but he wasn't scoring too much in that, from my understanding. All right, you subtract him, now you got Carmelo. Obviously, Carmelo is not the same player he was years ago. All right, obviously, he don't play no defense. He's very lackadaisical, almost like he on vacation when it comes to defense. But offensively, he can do a little something here and there. Hopefully we get a better version of Melo because obviously the Melo in OKC was garbage. I mean, come on, man. This dude couldn't jack up a shot to save his life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see the Rockets as a team that's going to regress. I really don't. Do I think they're better than Golden State? Hell no, obviously not. But I just don't see the Lakers being better than that Rockets team. You still got James Harden. Still got CP3. Capella has come to his own now. He made a bigger impact last season, his best year. Got the big contract. On top of that, you still got Eric Gordon, who balled in the playoffs. So, you know what I'm saying? He showed up. So I don't see the Rockets deteriorating. I don't see the Rockets being less than they were last year because they lost daggone Trevor Ariza. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see with them guys on the Lakers how they can compete with the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? There's news now broke that Rajon Rondo will be starting over Lonzo Ball. My thing is here, I mean, I could have seen that coming a mile away. A lot of people, I'm gonna keep it real here. I'm a guy, I'm very honest. I don't take my biases when I talk sports. Obviously, I have a radio show, so I try to keep, I definitely do a good job of keeping my biases aside. You know what I'm saying? I give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm not sold on Lonzo at all. A lot of people was like, oh, this guy's gonna be the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see how you can be sold on Lonzo after that, after his rookie season. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be a big bust. I mean, he's young at the end of the day. But from what I see on paper, I'm not sold on Lonzo at all. I was never impressed at all with what he brought to the table. His father made it seem like this guy was the next Steph Curry, and he was obviously the opposite. This boy cannot shoot. I'm listen, man. I'm keeping it real. This guy cannot shoot. He definitely cannot shoot. Everything Lonzo Ball throws up is bricks. All right, I'm being right here. So if you telling me a 6 point game and an 8 point game with a couple of assists and rebounds is the next big thing, then all right, you're just mediocre. And I'm being real here because I'm not impressed. Because a lot of people was like, oh, this guy's the truth. Have you been watching the same Lonzo I've been watching? Because obviously I'm not impressed. But in this world that we live in, obviously, there's a lot of people that, they like mediocrity. And, if that's what you like, then that's okay. You go ahead with your mediocre self. But Lonzo, I'm not sold on him at all. So I'm not surprised that Rajon Rondo started. Obviously, he might have got the nod because of the injury. But even with the injury, Lonzo would have been my backup point guard. I don't see Lonzo as being a starter, at least right now. Maybe later on, if he developed a shot and could shoot, maybe I could definitely see him starting in the league. But right now, I'll take him on the bench. I'll take him on the bench. I'll put him on the bench. He'll be my backup point guard. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a decent backup point guard. And you saw it in LA when they moved into the bench later on in the season. That's when he started to progress more and show his shades of how he was supposed to be because he didn't have to do too much when he was starting. So obviously, I like that position better for him coming off the bench. But Rajon Rondo, yes, he's clearly out his prime, but he did a lot of good things on the Pelicans, being that starting point guard, especially in the playoffs. His IQ, was very good. It helped the Pelicans a lot. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple 30-point games in the playoffs. I believe it was against the Blazers. So Rondo can still ball. And LeBron James clearly stated that he likes guys that are smart. Obviously, Rondo is smart. I don't like stuff that he do, like his attitude, but as far as being able to ball, he'll definitely be a good look for the Lakers, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't care for him outside the court. You know what I'm saying? He might be a brat. I don't know. I'm not into his personal life. But on the court, he sure could ball. And I'm just keeping it up a buck with you. But the Lakers, I just don't see it. I just you have a group of young guys that obviously that wasn't there before. They didn't get to the Western Conference before. They didn't even make the playoffs last year. Yes, Brandon Ingram, I think he's gonna be the real deal. He's gonna be one of the future guys in the NBA that's gonna, be up there. I really like his game. I really do. I think behind LeBron James, he might be the second best player on that team. You know what I'm saying? How is LeBron going to mesh with Lance Stevenson? I don't know. Obviously, they had their history together. But Lance Stevenson could ball too. He could ball too when he wants to. When he's not doing that little foolishness that he be doing, he can lock you up on defense. He could do some things. JaVale McGee, obviously, being on the Warriors, brought the best out in him because he didn't have to do too much. All he had to do was run to the daggone basket and get an alley-oop from Stephen Curry or something. So I don't know what Stephen McGee we're gonna get. I don't know because obviously he was going around teams like he was a mercenary. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what JaVale McGee we're gonna get. I really don't know. This Lakers team is young and they got guys that are like 1 year rentals, like the guy from the Knicks. I'm forgetting this boy name. Dang, I'm forgetting this boy. Beasley. Beasley, I don't know what Beasley we gonna get. I don't know. These guys are 1 year rentals. You just don't know what kind of game or what kind of team the Lakers is going to be with all them new faces from different teams and different skill sets. And you know, a lot of people just think because LeBron James is there that all right, the Lakers is going all the way. Calm down, calm down. Y'all got to know the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the game. I just don't see the Lakers being better than the Rockets and the Warriors. I can see the Lakers getting out the first round in the playoffs. I can see that. But I don't see nothing more. I see them losing in the second round. You know, maybe OKC is better than the Lakers. That's a possibility. I mean, I don't know how year two is going to be with Paul George over there, but if you know they're friends, so sometimes you got chemistry off the court. It might translate to chemistry on the court. Obviously, to me, they didn't have really chemistry on the court last year, but maybe they'll get it together. Him and Russell Westbrook. Because to me, I said it on my show, Mike and Lil Keeping It Real. I said it mad times. I said Russell Westbrook is not the easiest guy to play with. I see why Durant left. He's a stat pattern. He's a stat pattern. I mean, it looks all good in the resume with all these triple doubles, but it doesn't help when you got a quality player on your team that needs the ball also. So OKC maybe could be better than the Lakers too. I look at the Lakers being a fourth or a fifth seed in the Western Conference Finals, and I really believe that. And it's nothing to take away from LeBron James. I mean, the guy is great. Obviously, last night on Mike and Lil Keeping It Real, we did our top 10 players for the 2018 season. He was number one. He was number one. I have nothing against LeBron James. I just don't like some of his actions at times. A lot of people may call me a LeBron James hater. I'm not a LeBron James hater. Like I said, I give credit where credit is due. But, you know, I feel like him being in Hollywood, also with all these movies and TV shows, obviously he's gonna be in the next Space Jam movie. That could be a distraction. At the end of the day, sometimes we look at LeBron James like he's Superman, but he's human. He's human. He can get distracted. You know, a reporter was asking him, "Do you think you're gonna get distracted?" I mean, the guy's cocky. The guy's cocky. You know what I'm saying? He's really cocky. So that's one thing I like about LeBron James. He thinks, I mean, I know you're the best player in the NBA, but come on, man, you gotta chill. I hate people that's cocky. I really do. That if I have a pet peeve, y'all, it's cocky people. Calm yourself down, please. Honestly. And I'm just saying for real, like I hate cocky people. LeBron James is a cocky guy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I saw his move to LA. I predicted it on Mike and Lil. You can check out the tapes. Definitely predicted that. Why? Because it's LA. You know what I'm saying? I knew exactly what LeBron James was going to do. I knew he was going to go to LA at the end of the day. And he made it seem like the Lakers did anything. The Lakers did everything to put him over there. Like Magic Johnson was the guy that got him over there. Hell no. It could have been daggone Bernie Sanders owning the team. He still would have went there. He still would have went there. It had nothing to do with Magic Johnson. I know Magic Johnson got rid of AIDS. I know he could work a little magic. He lives up to his name, but it wasn't Magic Johnson while LeBron went to LA. So stop that foolishness. Jerry Rice hit it on the money with his statement. LeBron wanted to come to LA. All LA had to do was not mess it up. Not mess it up. And he was gonna go there. Because LeBron James on the LA Lakers in that big market, Staples Center, all the greats, and then you got a bunch of free agents in 2019. You think nobody gonna go there? You think there's nobody that's gonna go to LA with LeBron James being there? Somebody's gonna go there. Who? I don't know. Maybe Durant. Maybe Clay. Even though Clay look like he's staying where he's at. Maybe Jimmy Butler. Obviously, he might get traded before then, but he still could leave and go and join the Lakers in free agency. Maybe Kawhi. Kawhi may leave the Raptors, join the Lakers. I don't know. But somebody's gonna go there. And you heard it from me right now. Somebody's gonna go to LA in 2019. And it's gonna be one of the people that I just named. Because that's how it is. But if I'm being real here, if that person is KD, listen, I'm a sports guy. I love basketball, but I'm not watching basketball again if KD go over there. Because what is it that the best players in the world have to play with each other? I don't understand it. I feel like the NBA super teams will ruin the NBA. because we don't want a predictable NBA. For these last couple of years, we had a predictable NBA. We knew who was going to win the finals, and we already know who's going to win the finals now. I mean, come on, you can throw me Boston all you want. I know they got the squad. I know you got Kyrie. I know you got Gordon Hayward. I know you got Jason Tatum, who's a stud. I know you got Jaylen Brown. I know you got Al Horford. But you think that team gonna beat the Warriors? Honestly, you don't even need Nostradamus to predict that. It's written in the book already. Unless barring injury, all right, barring any injury, the only person, the only team, the only people that can beat the Warriors is the daggone Warriors. I said it a couple times on my show. I said that if Boogie Cousins didn't go to the Warriors, maybe the Celtics do beat the Warriors this year. But the fact of the matter is, you got Boogie Cousins. Now, Boogie Cousins, a lot of people say, oh, well, he might not be healthy. He tore his Achilles, yada, yada, yada. I understand that. But the Warriors, all they need is a 60%, a 60, 65, 70% Boogie Cousins, and they good. They good. Because they never had that center that could crash the boards, that can get the rebounds. You never had that. That's all Boogie Cousins got to do. But guess what? Boogie Cousins, he shoots. He's a shooter. He shoots threes. So how in the world are you going to stop that Warriors team? So for anybody that's thinking that any other team in the NBA could actually beat the Warriors, y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Barring any injury, I can understand. But with no injury, nobody getting suspended for technicals, they all dead intact, even with a 60% Boogie Cousins, somebody gonna beat them? Come on. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Come on. Listen, man. It don't take a smart person to know that. Just somebody that watch basketball. But the Celtics can compete. The Celtics can't compete. Don't get me wrong. The Celtics can't compete. They got the roster. They can compete. But they're just not going to win it. Could it go to game 6 or game 7? Maybe. But the Celtics is not even a lock. The Raptors is a pretty good team. I won't be surprised if the Raptors knock off the Celtics in the playoffs. They were the best team in the East without Kawhi. You traded them off for Kawhi. That's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Honestly. But let's go back to the Lakers here. LeBron James obviously is the best player in the world. He obviously is going to elevate people on his team. Obviously. He's going to do that. Because the way how he plays, he elevates players. He does. That gets overlooked sometimes. He elevates plays. He crashes the boards. And, it leaves players out on the 3-point line to shoot the ball. It gives players better looks. But LeBron James is on a young team. All right. I know he's saying, "Oh, I gotta treat this like I'm dealing with kids." You're not dealing with kids. That's one thing I'm saying with LeBron James. He thinks he's the Godfather. You're not the daggone Godfather. You're LeBron James. You're an NBA basketball player. Yes, the best basketball player in the world, but you're not the Godfather. So you're not dealing with kids. You're dealing with players that are making the same check you are, just that you're making a little bit more. Obviously, you're LeBron James. But you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You're not dealing with kids. You're dealing with adults. You're just playing with a younger crowd. So let's stop that. Let's stop that foolishness. Like this guy is Jesus in the NBA. He's not. He's just the face of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you cannot convince me that this Lakers team can go to the Western Conference Finals, even with LeBron James. I'm not buying it. I know he bought Cleveland, that disaster team in Cleveland last year, to the finals, but that was in the East. That was in the East, the Eastern Conference Finals. So since y'all want to be like, oh, well, the East it was much better. Oh, it was much better than the years prior to. All right, let's look at the tail of tape here. First round, who they play? The Pacers. Very good team. Very good team. They move the ball perfectly, but they're young. They're young players. They never been there before. They never been in that heat of the moment before. Victor Oladipo was coming to his own, but that was his best year. They didn't been there, done that. All right, check. Who they play next? The Raptors. All right, come on. Do I really gotta discuss this? We already know the Raptors fold like tents when it comes to playing LeBron James. That's like taking candy from a baby. You know what I'm saying? So check that off. You play a Celtics team in the Eastern Conference without Kyrie, without the services of Gordon Hayward. I had somebody tell me, that Celtics team without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward should have hands on beat that Cleveland team. I looked at that brother like he had horns because I'm saying to myself, they never been there. Yes, Tatum doesn't play like a rookie, but at the end of the day, he's still a damn rookie. It's the fourth quarter. You haven't been there. The lights is right on you. All right. The television networks is right on you. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. The press. Listen, we human. We human. We all human. We bleed the same. We all human. All right. So LeBron James pretty much had a pass in the East again. Not as much as he did in the past, but you in the Western Conference now. It's a shootout. You got to deal with OKC, Russ, PG. You got to deal with the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Gobert. All those other guys on that court that can ball. You got to deal with the Trailblazers. Damian Dime, one of the clutchest point guards in the NBA. TJ McCollum could ball when he wanted a ball. Pretty consistent scorer from here in time. All right. You got to deal with the Rockets. James Harden, CP3, Capella, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker. You got to deal with the Warriors. Boogie Cousins, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, KD. And you mean to tell me this Lakers team with only LeBron James and a couple, parts here and there is going to beat, that is going to get to the Western Conference Finals? Baby. I'm not buying that. You got to come again. Come again. Come again. I'm not buying that. I'm not at all. I'm not buying it. So that's it for LeBron James and the Lakers. I'm going to flip my attention to the East now with regards to the Celtics. Because there was a report here today. Well, before we get to the Celtics, my fault. Before we get to the Celtics, I seen a segment today on First Take where Stephen A. and Max was debating who was a harder person to stop offensively, who is the best offensive player in the NBA, who's unguardable between LeBron James and KD. And I'm here to get my take on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to get my take on that. I believe that KD and LeBron James obviously are both hard to stop. But I gotta side with Stephen A. I think that KD is a harder guy to stop. Because of his length. This guy's like 6'11 with a 7'2 wingspan. I mean, how do you guard that? He can shoot from all angles. You can drive to the basket if you want to, here and there. I mean, he can shoot it from all over the court. I just don't see how you stop that. Yes, LeBron James. Obviously, you can't stop LeBron James from going to the basket, but LeBron James is not the best three-point shooter in the league at all. He improved last year, it seemed like. He made clutch shots last year, you could say, but that's not his game. I would love LeBron James shooting threes. I wouldn't love him going to the basket. But if I can leave LeBron James out there shooting threes, I'll take it anytime. You can't say the same thing about KD. You can't. KD pull up on you, splash. It's it. You're done now. It's over. I think KD is harder to guard. Now, people might be like, oh, what are you talking about? You don't watch sports. All right. Okay. You think LeBron James is harder to guard? That's on you. That's your opinion. I'm not going to crucify you for your opinion. It is what it is. He is hard to guard. He is one of the most unguardable players in the NBA. I just think KD is harder to guard. But that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. But yes, now moving on to the East. So now there's a report that Kyrie Irving, he likes where he's at with regards to the Celtics. He's saying, he enjoys where he's at. It's pretty effing good to be a Celtic. And I agree with him. At the end of the day, I know a lot of people want him to come to New York. I'm a native New Yorker. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Kyrie Irving in a Knicks uniform. Hell, the Knicks haven't did anything good in the last 40 years. It seemed like. All right, it's about time that the Knicks do something. I like the direction where we going. I do. We got a good coach in David Fizdale. We got Kevin Knox out the draft, who seems like he's going to be the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Robinson is a guy that's probably the steal of the draft. And hopefully KP come back. Obviously, he might end up missing half the season, possibly the whole season. But I like the direction where we headed. So it'll be good to see Kyrie come fit that puzzle. But if I'm Kyrie, the Celtics is going to be good for the next 5 to 7 years. I wouldn't leave myself. Why? Why would he leave the Celtics to come to New York? I mean, I know he's a native New Yorker, but Kyrie had the absolute opportunity to win some championships over there or compete at least on the Celtics. They have a lot of young players on that team. They are really deep. The Celtics are really deep. All right. You got Kyrie, obviously. You got Gordon Hayward. You got Al Horford. You got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown as your starters. You still got Keith Morris on the bench. You still got Terry Rozier. I mean, they deep. They really deep. They really deep. And they have other young players. So I'm not surprised at all. At the end of the day, Boston is a pretty good market. It's a pretty good household franchise. And on top of that, you're gonna be competing. You're gonna be competing for championships. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all that Kyrie, is happy in Boston. He says his situation in Boston is pretty effing good, and it is. And it is. A lot of people want to be in Kyrie Irving's shoes. So why would you leave that to go to the Knicks? I don't see it. I know my co-host 2 weeks ago from Mike and Leo, he said that he predicted Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving is going to go to the Knicks. I mean, I ain't agree. I thought that was a hot take. I mean, I understand why he said it, but I just don't see Kyrie Irving leaving the Boston Celtics, man, at all. Not at all. I'll be shocked. I mean, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Trust me, I'll be happy. But in my mind, I'm going to be like, yo, what in the world is this guy doing? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. But definitely, if you haven't seen Mike and Lil episode 38 last night, you definitely want to go check that out. That was a pretty good episode. Like I said, something was wrong with Mike's mic or whatever. I got to get that fixed. Hopefully, I'll get that fixed soon for the next episode. Once again, we're on Tuesdays from 8 to 10. The show, basically. But I do live streams here and there. No specific date. I'm going to do a lot of live streams on different sports. So definitely subscribe to the channel for that. And we also on the radio show on from 6 to 8 on Friday. So from Tuesday, 8 to 10, me and Mike, keeping it real. On 90.5, we stream live. And definitely you don't want to miss it. We definitely good. I'm telling you right now. Sports, pop culture, we got it covered. That's what we do. We keep it real. And we really we the definition of a radio personality. We definitely want to check that out. We definitely do. Definitely want to check that out. So once again, subscribe to the channel. And I'll probably be back maybe tonight to talk about boxing. And then I'm probably going to do a live tomorrow night or Friday talking some NFL football. And then we'll be back on Tuesday for Mike and Lil keeping it real, 8 o'clock. Definitely want to get in tune with that. So this wraps it up for this segment, talking about the NBA, y'all. So till again, one love.